What's going on, guys? Back for another quick trade recap. Today we made our second 1500, so we passed both eval accounts. I'm going to quick go over those trades. So I ended up taking 3 trades today, but first we'll go over higher time frame, what my draws were and stuff like that. So as you can see, overnight during London, we came up, swept Asia session highs. And then, why is this not working? Okay. Swap these highs into this hourly. So at that point, if we started trending down, I was looking for shorts, targeting either these lows or down here. So you can see prior to 9:30 open, we were right at these lows. So I unfortunately didn't get an entry to here. Honestly, what would have been perfect is probably something up here. I mean, we got a 15-minute CISD right there. It doesn't look like we got any type of pullback though. I mean, you could have taken, if that's the 15-minute, you could have waited for a pullback into this 1-minute OB with a 1-minute CISD entering here. And then just targeting maybe down here, something like that. I don't know, but I wasn't really looking at that or looking to take that, even though it had definitely been a great trade. So what did I take? I sat in my hands until 9:30 open. At 9:30 open, what did we get? So this was my first trade. We get a manipulation up into this 1-minute gap. But you can see, we're gonna get rid of this. You can see right here we have a 5-minute up here. And then if you go on ES, right at open, 9:30 right here, we manipulate up into that 5-minute. So we have SMT inside a 5-minute PD array, and then we're also delivering from a 1-minute on NQ. So kind of like a turtle soup 9:30 play. Hop in. I top ticked it. TP was down here just to pass the account. And once we took out this low from what we created at 9:32, we went break even. So we went break even right here. And I trailed it a little bit, which I shouldn't have. But I trailed it a little bit and ended up getting stopped out on this candle because I brought it down a little too. I brought it down to the top of this candle right here, the top of the wick, just to secure a little bit of profits. I mean, I am risking heavier on these evals because they are evals, but I still didn't want to just let it run back on me, and stuff like that. So then that's that trade. I basically went break even there, maybe like $100 or something. So second trade was this. So at this point, what am I looking for TP wise? TP wise, I'm looking for these. I'm looking for these, this, all this LRLR built below, because I'm very bearish at this point. And so boom, second trade, we come up after creating these lows, and I'm pretty sure, yep, so we come up, sweep this high, creating SMT. I don't know if this was inside the 5-minute at this point. No. So I was just inside this 1-minute still, maybe a 3-minute. I don't know. But either way, we come up, sweep this high, creating SMT. We get a clean 1-minute inversion right here. 1-minute inversion with SMT above with a good break-even point. You can see when I hop in, we come up. Oh no, so we got this 1-minute inversion. Obviously, it was a big dump though on this candle, being that it was 40 points in and of itself. So I waited for a slight pullback. So this candle first started up here, like it opened, went up, came back down, and that's when I got in. So I actually didn't really see any drawdown at all because once I did get in, we just dumped, which was nice. I could have got even a better fill potentially, like if I got in on the retest of the inversion, then it definitely would have been even better. And I would have passed the account with this trade basically. So then what did I do? We dump. This is my once we dumped on this candle, I immediately went break even because this candle flipped from bullish all the way up here and ended up dumping 200 ticks from its peak point. So I was like, okay, I do not want to see this come back. If it does, then I think we're flipping bullish. Let's see, at this point, this is 941 and 950. $940. Okay, so that was another reason we created SMT right here. You can see 950, we came down and swept these lows, where in our position, we were just edging them. So break even because we dumped 200 ticks on that candle and because we created SMT. So then when we push down and take these lows, I trail, and I'm trailing pretty tight because now I'm up a large amount. I'm up almost $1,000 on the day, including my other trade. And so then it comes back, taps us out, and then runs full TP. I didn't mind this. Could I have held? Absolutely. Could I put my stop right here and just secured a little over 500 plus to like 100 something from the trade before? Sure, absolutely. But I was trailing tight because there's a potential that this flips here. And I didn't want to see that. I don't know why it sends me so far back like that. I mean, because we're sweeping lows inside an hourly, stuff like that. I know we have SMT at the highs right here too. So I was bearish for sure, but I wanted to take in mind that this might be a spot where we at least reverse a little bit, maybe create some more structure and get another move down. So that's why I did what I did. Hindsight, yeah, I could have placed it right here and we could have just retested this fair value gap like we did and dumped, and I would have been done for the day, but who cares? Great trade. Done there. Okay, final trade of the day. We have this low that we edged right here. A very clear draw on liquidity plus this. I just want to see. Yeah, so it's just it's okay. This is what I was looking at it on. I mean, it's obviously a 1 hour low, but it's also this bottom wick of the 4 hour. So then what am I looking for? We edged it, which was beautiful, because if we would have ran this TP, I mean, there obviously was another low, previous day low that we could have targeted, and there was actually even better trade after mine. But anyway, at this point, I didn't need to target a crazy amount. Like, I didn't need the 1,500 anymore because I had made money. So, oops. Okay, so no, this is what it was. There's two 5-minute gaps, one right here and one right here above it. And you can see on NQ we tap this first one, which is the 10 a.m. candle, and then on ES we tap the second gap right here above the 10 a.m. candle. So we are in the 955 fair value gap, in which we get a beautiful reaction. So we have a 5-minute gap with SMT, and I just get in off the turtle soup. Enter right there, stops at the high. You could have waited. I guess we didn't actually. I mean, I guess it depends what you're looking for. If you're running 1-to-1s, sure, you could have gotten in down here. Potentially targeting these lows. I mean, we ended up edging it, which was insane, but you could have targeted here with a 1-to-1 being there. I'm not a huge fan of this, but some people definitely could have taken it. I mean, it's 26 points, pretty good, but so I just targeted this low to pass the accounts. But you do get the inversion, which made me feel very comfortable, and I was able to go break even and trail. I think when we got the inversion, I ended up trailing to the bottom of this newly created gap. This one right here. So I just put it at the top of this wick, securing profits. At that point, it would have been another little over $500. But obviously we ended up running full TP, and I trailed as we went down just to secure profits. I wasn't trying to look to give anything back. So that was my day. Done after that. Accounts both passed. But then I took a look a little bit later on. This was insane. I'm glad I didn't have to target this. That would have infuriated me. We ended up edging that 4-hour low again. So now we have relative equal lows. And what do? Right here, we get a pullback to this 15-minute imbalance. And you get a clean, dude, what is going on? A clean 3-minute inversion right here. IFVG, enter in right here. Closure of that candle or the open of this candle. Put your stop loss either at the swing high, would have been a little much for me, but and then TP right there, or you could have targeted previous day low at that point. Previous day low is a little bit lower down here, and you have this gap here. So you could have targeted this, which is more than enough. I mean, it's over 60 points, almost 300 ticks, 250. Stops you could have really placed anywhere. You could have just placed it right at the top of the fair value gap right there. So it's about a 1.5 RR, 1.7, whatever you want to say. Or if you were really shooting for it, previous day low, which is a pretty clear draw on liquidity since we're dumping so much. Gets a little choppy down here for sure. Gets a little hectic. Not a huge fan of this. But I mean, you end up hitting almost 200 points, which is insane. So 733 ticks would have been a beautiful entry. 0 drawdown. Could have just either taken partials at these lows or gone break even at these lows and held to here. If you get a dump like this, you could have just moved stops to this low, so you at least secure this already huge move, 250 ticks, secure that, and then if it continues to dump, just trail it, secure even more profits. This would have probably been trade of the day if I had waited, but I think all my trades are beautiful, all super valid trades. Obviously some break evens. If I would have trailed differently, it could have went differently. I could have had like basically no break evens, and I would have passed the accounts basically in one trade. Do I care? No, not really at all. It all worked out. I'm super happy with how I've been trading, so just waiting to activate these accounts tomorrow. It will be a Friday, and statistically speaking, I'm pretty sure Fridays are the worst for traders in terms of tilting and stuff, but I've been pretty locked in. I'm not probably going to trade minis anymore because I was trading 1 mini per on these evals, which I probably will not do again. We'll see how it plays out. I believe with my funded futures, you need 5 $100 days plus in order to get a payout. I have to look into that. I don't know if you need to build a buffer or anything. I'm pretty sure it's more like Top Step, so no consistency rule or anything like that, which is awesome. And yeah, we're going to see if we can run up a payout on this. Plan is get the payout. It's a max cap of 3,000. I'm not even in need of that. But if that happens, awesome. That would be kind of crazy because I think it's a 50% split. So I can only take out 50% of my profits, which means I would need a $6,000 buffer, which trading my micros, I'm not. I mean, we are kind of in a big range, so they would be pretty big trades even with 5 micros, but I'm not going to be shooting for the moon. I'm going to be taking my piece of the pie and getting out. But yeah, so we're going to take the payouts from the accounts, flip it into a couple more. I'm pretty sure you can have 5 with them. So then when I get the payout, I'll just buy 3 more. And yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. Plan would be 5 my funded futures, and then probably a few of the, I think 3, I forget what the accounts are called, the like pro accounts or whatever on Alpha, which are like Top Step as well. So no consistency rule, just the $150 or $200 days, whatever it is. Stack those with these. And yeah, and then end goal would be heading back to Top Step. Those are the OG. That's where I got my main payouts. But I'm not really trying to drop a band on 5 evals right now with activation fees and whatever eval costs. So that would be the last place I go to. So it's going to be my funded futures, Alpha, and then Top Step. And then at that point, honestly, I don't even know if I'll expand much farther. We'll see how it plays out. But I mean, that's what? That'll be 10. That'll be 13 accounts. 13 accounts is a lot. I'm not sure what max payouts on Alpha is. I don't know if there is one, or they might be pretty high actually, because I know they're well known for their payout caps, and I know my funded futures is known for they're like instant payouts and whatnot. And then Top Step, I mean, it's Top Step. It's like the beast of the trading industry, I'd say. Like, everyone knows what Top Step is. It's just the most expensive. I wouldn't say there's any super pros to it, other than the fact that they're like crazy reliable and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is going to be the goal for the future. But we're not going to rush anything. We're going to take it slow. And yeah, so 5 days starting tomorrow. I can activate the accounts later tonight. No activation fees. My Fund to Futures is goated. Hopefully I can get like a code with them in the future once I start to get the social medias back up and running. If you haven't checked out my TikTok, go check it out. Same as the YouTube channel name. And yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.